Okay, hello everybody, me again. And this time I'm coming with a presentation. It's not a presentation, is it a live demo about what's new in 2024 and new features. Of course, we are limited in time a little bit, so I cannot show you every single detail, of course, but I'll try to demonstrate you what are the main ones that are kind of very close to what we have done in the Milton and Swiss. And I'm going to do it lively. Are you ready? Basho? Did I say it correctly? Yes? Yeah? Nice. All right. So where is my, okay. So what I prepared here is classic Swiss type part. I'm using it on webinars. And the machine that I'm going to demonstrate a couple of features is I will do it in the Tornos machine. And you heard in this event that we are also partners with the Tornos, our excellent partnership with Titans, also Tornos, and all this synergy there. And I'm going to demonstrate you with their latest machine, which I really like. We did it together with Tornos. This is I call it monster machine. It has a 3-channel. It has everything that SolidCAM can support. It has linear gang. It has rotary. It has spindle. And also, what is so special about this machine? As you can see, this is the linear gang. This is the first channel. There is a rotary. This is the second channel. And you have the back tool post. And this is a 3rd channel on this machine. Now, what is so unique about this machine? It has the B-axis on the revolver. And how it looks in machine simulation over here. This is the work we have done together with them. Amazing cooperation. I will hide just the housing. So what you've seen was in machine preview, and this is 1-to-1 when you see it in machine simulation. And let's start with a couple of features that we have inside a toolkit. So I have no job I have completely empty machine. I'm going to open my machine preview, and the very first thing what I like to do is to load my tools. So the easiest way to do it, yes, for Swiss type machines, it's very important that you load your tools as quick as possible. There's a lot of tools here, the library. You want to fill it with all tools, and you can, in Toolkit, what allows you is to predefine the setup for your machine, and you can, not only for one configuration, you can define many configurations for your needs. So what I prepared here is just the TLM, and all the tools are already mounted here on the left, but not also on the right, yeah? So what I'm going to do, how easy it is to do it in SolidCAM, I'm going to use the option here, right-click, and mount all tools to machine. Dynamically, you can see on the right side, the magic happens. So nice, huh? Come on, give. So what is easy? Layout switch. So I can go right-click to any component. I can select the tool component that. What SolidCAM is going to do for us, he's going to select that specific component. You know about this feature already, yes? But what I like about this is that it's easy to mount it from this to that one. So I can go from 31 over here. I can just mount it to 30. And that's easy, yeah? But what if I want to go from 30 to 29? No problem at all. I go, I switch, I found the 29, there I go. In seconds. I don't know any CAM software that do it so fastly in their tool table. Let's try to do something else. Over here I have the empty station 28, okay? So let me add a holder to it. So I'm going to click on the holder library and just put straight holder. So it's on 28, there we go, I just drop it. there's nothing in here. There's no 3D data inside. It's just a component. Sorry, my mouse is also a little bit crazy. And what I will do here, so I go to my topology, and I see it's 3D model. There is no data inside, so which one I'm going to use? So let's just pick something from the library. I'll go to the Swiss Deco. Let me just zoom in this for you so you can see it better. So I'll go to Revolver, and let's say I'll just choose this radial Miller. There you go. I'll just click and open it, and the holder is mounted. All right, so I don't need machine preview anymore, but now I'm going to focus inside my tool viewer. What is so important in this version release is that the way how we define joints. As you know, the joints are very important. This is where you are really connecting with the machine. This holder specifically, the coordinate system that you can see there, connects this holder to a machine station. But another joint we need to define where actually our cutter will be located. And in the past, this is the thing that you do. You go to a connection here, and this is where joint. And for a joint, you're going to find your position where the cutter will be. So far, the way how we were doing it, you have this measurement option, and you can measure it. There was also an option to select the coordinate system if you already have it in K data. But now what we did in SolidCAM is that we allowed that to pick directly on 3D model. How this looks, as you can see, this coordinate system goes along X. So what I want to do here is just simply move it to this surface over here. How to do that? It's fairly simple. Just click on the X because I want to move it along the X, and just click simply on the surface. That's it. Simply as that. Another rule that we have, as you probably know, the cutter for the milling tools, Z-axis, it must be followed by the Z-axis, yes? So as you can see, the orientation is not proper for this. What I want to do is to orientate my Z-axis to go towards, axially with this. And there is a couple ways to do it. I can just go over here and just rotate this coordinate system, put the value in, or simply click on the Z. It represents the Z vector, and it will do normal to that surface. I'll just click on the Z, click normal to this surface, and Z will go there. Very easy, yeah? Another thing that I want to show you here is that let's imagine that over here, yeah, actually, I can show it in this example. I'm going to select this tool component and just open it in the preview. So as you can see here, this holder already have three mounting points on which we can put additional components. And they are already properly named. And the change that we have added is that for each, especially in this case, it's not a perfect, yeah, but you can, if you want to focus to any of the joints, you can hide other joints. You can hide all joints or just unhide the specific one that you want to do. Another feature that I like to show you is that you can use it anywhere, not only inside the toolkit, but also inside a setup itself is orientation and position feature located over here. It looks like this. Very easy, very simple. You have all your filters here. Let me just switch to mounting here. And what you can do, any manipulation with any components, you can do it through this small application. Just clicking on these two surfaces, for instance, just allow the filter. Let me just do it again here. I don't want it here. I want it through Tool Viewer. I hope now it will work. No. That's a problem with the live demonstration, why it doesn't work now. Again, I'll try it again, and then... Oh, let's try it here. OK, so maybe it's that. So click on this filter. I'll just click on that surface, this surface, just I can align it. Oh, I see where's the problem. OK, I click on the wrong component. So first, you need to click on specific component that you want to go in. That was the problem for the beginning. OK, so click on this sleeve over here, and I want to move it. I click. There you go. You click on the filter that you want to have. That's the face. That's the face. There you go. Now, if you want to a specific value, just write here the value. There you go. So easy to mount it correctly, exactly to what are your needs. Okay, the next feature that I want to show you that we add recently is in our settings. You have here the toolpath color itself, and you have this checkbox. It's for every tool type, you can predefine what will be your toolpath color. So you can be more organized to this. And for this, you can define it also for milling tools. You can define it also for the turning tools, drilling tools, and also special tools that we have over here. OK, there are more features here, but let's go to another subject. I want to show you new things that we have built inside our MCO. And I'm going to do it with simple, as I don't have anything inside the setup. Let me just see if this is, yeah, all fine. So I will just add a machine control operation. So I have no job, I know, but I want just to perform a part transfer. As you can see, my part is in, let's say, cutoff preposition. And what I have here is already predefined MCO cycles. So let's use the pickoff cycle here. And what we have here, minimum necessary data input for our approach, yes? So if I click here on 15, and I want to do it like so, I go to my approach, movement, and I have Z4 approach. I hopefully, Y. Let me try to do one more thing. So Mac, this is the workpiece. This is OK. This is Mac. Oh, yeah, I see. So I will go to my Mac 2. Let me just set up the sub spindle. So I will just open it here. I can see where is my, I'll hide my stock. And I'll mention where is my clamp position. So I will just leave it here on 15. This is how much it will be out from the collet. I'll save and exit. Let's try now this lock. I'll just select, do a pick position, go over here. Really? OK. So I wanted to show you how it works with the part pickoff, but seems that I'm not going to show this on this part. Really sorry for this. Let me go to the mill turn application, probably because I don't have. I'll just click OK here. I apologize for that. So I have here a mill turn part on which I have all my jobs defined. And what I have here is I will go to the setup. Let me show you this kinematic here. So I already have predefined here the main spindle and the setup for the main spindle. I see my sub spindle also here. I can also see where it will be in my clamp position. And I can go and say, here, exit. And what you can see here, I have my MCO that says here, go to the clamp position over the pod. So let's open this very quickly. And here we have a rapid preposition. I'll just go and open a preview for you. So this is the state of the machine before the cutoff. And this is where it is located before the sub spindle come with the rapid position and then go to the grab position. And what we have here is a simple movement of the machine that goes rapidly with the machine coordinates. As you can see, this is the machine coordinate move. And this is the value that you have here. So I just use my setup location as my equation, and I say plus 50. What you can see now is different is on the very right, you can see some dot here. This dot is nothing but a backflash of the sub spindle here, and this is controlled point in the case when I want to do part positioning of the sub spindle relative to part coordinates. So by far, we were only able to do it according to this point. Now what we can do, we have now an option. You go to the device, and over here, when you go from device, there is a couple of nice options that you can use, like Fixtures Z minimum. And it can read the back face position of any fixture that you have here. This is the same what I wanted to show in the previous example. And when you go to the movement, you can now see that point, it's over here. But now what is different? It is different that the mode, I can now switch to part mode, and now I can say, relative to this point, where is my part transfer position? So I go here, this is 10. So let's go to clamp position over here. I will do the same thing. I'll just use the fixture Z minimum. I go to the movement, go to the part mode, there you go. So extremely important feature, especially for the Kuma application, as they don't have like machine coordinate input. In that case, it's always relative to a part. This is the feature that you can use. Also, in this drop-down menu that you have here inside the device, you can use not only these two functions. You can make a non-cutting point on your fixture to any point on that. And in the drop-down menu, you will see also non-cutting point. So now you can do part transfer relative to part coordinates with any point on the fixture. OK. Next thing, I think it's a very small feature, but worth showing is that from to this version, we are also supporting opening and closing jaws inside machine preview and also in machine simulation. So you can go to the closed jaws. You can see it now. It's the closed position. But of course, if you go to the open, you can see an open position. Very important, especially when you're doing the cutoff. Every millimeter here counts. So from now on, we can simulate it. Now, another feature that I want to show, these fixtures that we just loaded here are now also visible inside any job, inside environment of the SolidWorks. So over here, always we had an option to visual a tool. So this is the feature that you can see. You can always see a tool. But now you can also see a fixture. So you can click on the fixture, and the fixture will be there as well. And this is for a milling application. That's OK. That's fine. And if you go to a turning application, this fixture is going to revolve, yes? So it looks now like so. All right. Let's go to, this was the live demonstration. And the next thing that I want to talk about is something that we start to support inside the post-processors, OK? I will not go in very technical depth about all of this, but I think it's very worth mentioning. In 2024, we introduced towards the configurations. So what the configurations really are. Now, within the one VMID, within one interface, I can define and control multiple configurations very easily. So far, I always had to create like one VMID, another VMID, third VMID, and the problem was very simple. If I make any modifications to the first one, the same job I had to repeat to another and another if they are becoming to the same group of the machines. Any drilling cycle, any custom parameter, it was painful. Now, let's imagine that your customer approached you and say, yeah, you know, for this series, so especially like here, I put the Haas machine, but it doesn't have to be Haas machine. But if you have a customer who is saying, hey, I want on all of my Haas that we have the post, please add this option. It was very like how effort you need to do, because for every of these configurations, you need to do manual work for every of these, yes? Configurations, what it enables that within the one interface, you can jump to any specific configuration or perform the change to among all configurations. So this is all about. Now, how everything looks, you can see it on the left side. This is the example where what possibility it allows. Yes, you can create 3 different machine simulations. Still, we are going to keep the VMID structure, yes, but the main idea is the master, the VMC file, will be the single file only. So in 2024 and 25, we still have the VMC together with other VMIDs, kind of merit to the VMC itself. But the idea for the future is that you have only one VMC, and you are covering all machines in the specific group. The next thing is just here to show you the things that you can, one thing I forgot to say. Any of these configurations can be married to a single GPP file. Yes? So it doesn't have to be different GPP files. You can also connect it with a single GPP file. Thank you. So this is how it looks roughly, where for anything that you do, for every, this is a classic menu when you do a right-click on any item inside the VMID. So you'll get these these options over here. Even though it looks very simple, behind the scenes, it's very complex. But for a user, we just really did it very nicely. You can apply to specific configuration. You can add to all the configurations, remove it as well. Together, we have also save selection and load last saved. Very nice option. If you are working with, let's say, only 2 configurations all the time, and you don't want to make changes to others, click on those 2 configurations, save selection, and anytime when you perform any changes, it will easily, you just load the last saved. Very simple, very easy. Now, what we are solving is not only milling machines, but we can go and solve the cases like this one. This is a classic, I'll call it classic, from DN Solution, SMX series of 5100. And you can see how many configurations it has. So you can have it with lower turret, with sub-spindle, with Y-axis, with tailstock, without tailstock. So there's a lot of, there's extended version. What it allows us, it gives us power to create templates on a completely another level. So we can configure it, we can control it much easily than we were able to do by far. Another example, here is I give example of Star, their recent from SD26 series. For everyone who know this machine configuration, it comes with four configurations. That's the type C, type S, type G, and E. I can see there are slight difference within, like with 2B axis, with some changes there with Y axis there on the sub. So it's different here and there, and with configurations, it's very easy to support it. We already did this machine, so you can see it on the left side how it looks. What is also good, these machines are coming always with guide bush and guide bushless version, so you can do it also. Now you can easily manipulate with these 2 configurations within the configurations as well, changing the axis, changing the limits, changing the machine simulation. Now it's more simpler within this VMC configuration. As I said, the guide bush or guide bushless also supported by the configurations. And I think besides configurations, this is, by my opinion, I know somebody is very excited when they see a new tool, a new job, a new tool, new feature here and there. But for me personally, this was a breakthrough in the post-processors. Even though it doesn't look like, oh, we support multi-languages. So what this means, actually, it is huge stuff. As you know, all of you are supporting your domestic language to support your customers locally. So many of the countries are using the English version of the post-processor, but if you want really to support your customer with local language, many of you are doing that, and that's very good. That's really good care. But where was the problem? So when Daniel sent the post-processor to any of you, this coming with the English version, yes? You make some adjustments and you change it to your local language. This is now 2 different VMID files. Any change that you perform, it's in your language. I cannot take this data and use it. So there was no really exchange of the post-processors. Like, yes, I can take it, I can, again, translate it, but it was a very hard work. This allows us to connect all post-processors worldwide to one database. There is no barrier of the languages now anymore. So what this practically means, so I go here on the very right of every post that will be a default, like will be in English. You can change your post. So if your post in German language, Spanish language, and etc., you go here and you say, OK, my default is Spanish, OK? Super. But the standard will be for sure in the future that first we are doing it in English for international stuff, of course, and then your local. Then we can exchange, and it is the same VM ID. The ID is still the same. And I think this is great. For me personally, this means that now we can connect each other on a completely different level. This is a couple of pictures how everything looks like. Inside the VM ID, it's fairly simple. You just switch the language. Nothing happens automatically. Here, I said that languages are not auto-translated. So you need to do this work for you. So anytime when you switch the language, there will be, of course, not everything automatically, but you can go and everything where you see like UI name, you can define your own language. But in SolidCAM 2025, we already create automatic translator. So when you click on a language, on the very corner, you will see, I didn't put a picture of that, but you will see auto-translate. You click it, and he automatically translates to any of these languages that you see. Of course, some of the terms will not be 100% correct, but hey, it's not 100% of the things that you need to do, but instead you do only 20% of change because majority of the things he will translate it very nicely. So how it looks in the interface. This is it. Everywhere where you see machine parameters, MCO cycles, parameters in a job, everything will be translated. Very user-friendly from the first side. Yes, very important for our users, supporting it on a completely another level. But also, it's very good for us that we can exchange the posts on the level as we were never able before. And thank you for your attention.